Hey everyone, my name is Monroe Mann with Breakdiving, breakdiving.io. We hope you will come and join us in our awesome worldwide community. Also on this call today is Bhavya Bandare from India in New Jersey and Chioma Abani from Nigeria in Nigeria. Today we're going to be talking about SQL. What is SQL? It's structured query language. And we're also going to have a little bit of a variation on that. We've got Chioma raising her hand. Chioma in the house. And then we're going to go do something a little bit more advanced, which is Rails Active Record. And Bobby is going to talk a little bit about, I believe it's Active Record includes. And
Yes.
Chioma, did you want to say something? Maybe not. So anyway, I'm going to share my screen and we're going to get started with Sql Joins. I'm not the expert, Bhavya is. I'm halfway decent with it. This is our community, by the way. This is the chat room. While you're here, you may as well see. Got tons of different chat rooms, such as one part of the community. And as I said, we're on Zoom now, so let's get back to Zoom. I'll pull this thing out. So we got a separate page. And I believe, Bobby, we went over this last time with H.A.C.K.ers, but I want to review it again because I want to master it.
Okay. Yeah.
And so, see, Bhavya is our expert here, and I'm just going to be the host / student. And we're going to go. So SQL, for those of you who don't know, it's structured query language, and it's how you link the app, the website, with the database. And it's how you do these queries. So if you needed to find out every member who joined before March 3rd, 2020, you could use SQL on the database to find that. And so here, this is a little bit more advanced thing. We're not going to start way at the beginning, but Sql Joins. So it's used to combine rows from 2 or more tables based on a related column between them. So here we have order ID. There are 2 tables, first of all. Here, there's a table orders and customers. And when we say tables, it's the same thing as if you think of like an Excel spreadsheet. Just think that there are 2 different Excel spreadsheets. One of them is called orders, one of them is called customers. So we have the orders table with an order ID, a customer ID, and an order date. And then we have the customers table with customer ID, customer name, contact name, and country. And it says based on a related column between them. So what's the related column? Customer ID. Customer ID and customer ID. And so what we want to do is somehow query the database, getting information from both the orders table and the customers table. And it says here, yeah, notice that the customer ID column, it's the same in both. You see them, not the same, but you have them both there. This column, this table has customer ID 1, 2, and 3. This one has customer ID 2, 37, and 77. So let's look at this. Select orders.order ID. So we'll look up at there. Select orders.order ID. Okay. And we're selecting customers.customer name. Customers.customer name. Got it. And orders.order date. Orders.order date. And it says from orders. So this is the question that I always have. I think I asked you, Bobby, about this last time too.
Mm-hmm.
I understand this select statement. It's grabbing from different columns from different tables. But how can it be saying from orders? Because this one is grabbing from customers.
Okay. It's joining 2 tables, and we can select whichever fields we need from both the tables.
Okay, so this is just saying these are the fields that we want. We
Yes.
want the order ID, customer name, and order date fields from these particular tables.
Mm-hmm.
So then why does it say from orders? What does that mean?
Okay. It's joining orders. Whatever what's here, I think we need. We are concentrating on orders, right? Which purpose here is like order numbers, like orders, and it's related who customer is ordered that product, or right? From order, we need customer details, like, yeah, this is my order number. I need customer table, which is the main table. We have to decide which is the main table here.
So from orders is saying we want to, that orders is the main table?
Yeah.
And how do we determine which is the main table?
It depends on the like year, what they're doing. I have an order details, like I have an order of the number 1 to like 1 to 10. And against that order, I need a customer details. So your main table is orders. If in case I have a customer number or customer ID, and against that customer, I want a order details, then it would be customer is the main table.
So what difference does it make? What effect does it have by choosing this? If we put from customers instead, how does that change things?
Okay, it's like you say, right? Left table, sorry, yeah, left and right. Join comes later, but here, since main is the order, if you're selecting, it selects the common field between order and a customer table. Okay, common, both are in the same, if they are both our IDs are there, then only it selects. Okay, and it, I don't think that this makes much difference if you take customers and orders table, if we interchange the table name here in inner joins. If it makes difference if you make it an either a left join or right join. In that purpose, yeah.
If we do left join a little bit later in this, we'll see why that's more important. So, okay. So from orders, and then we do an inner join, customers on orders dot customer ID equals customers dot customer ID. So this is, let's see, inner joins customers. Okay, customers. So we're basically, now would this inner joins customers, does this say customers because it's the opposite of orders in this case?
No, it's saying it's a customer table. Which are the tables you want to join? I want to join an orders table and customers table.
So we're joining customers and orders.
Yes.
And how are we going to join them? We're going to join them on when the orders.customer ID equals customers.customer ID.
Yes.
Okay. So basically what this does is it links all of these order dates and order IDs with contact names, countries, and customer names, and it's linked based on this customer ID.
Yes.
Okay. Let's just see what try it yourself does. Okay. So that should just do what we said. It'll give us a list of all of them. Would it only show us one in that case, or it depends on the table? Oh no, I see. There's a lot.
No, it doesn't. Yes, it's
a lot more records here.
Yeah, there is no where condition. It shows all the records linked, like wherever customer name and order number is, like customer ID.
If there is no customer order, or if your customer has no orders, they're not going to show up on this table.
No.
Is that right?
Yes, if customer has no orders, yes, it doesn't show.
And you see here that this is order, we have order ID and customer name. But if we look back here, order ID is in this table, orders table, and customer name is in the customers table. So we can see that it joined it. It joined those two tables correctly. Okay, I got that. And this is interesting. Let's just look at this. Here are the different types of joins in SQL. So I notice here it says inner, left, right, and full. So inner, left, right, and full. Then what's a joins? Is a joins completely different from these four here?
No, if it's a join, by default, it's a inner join.
So join and inner join are the same.
Yes.
Okay. So returns records that have matching values in both tables. We just did that, basically.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, a left outer join. So that's this one here, inner join.
Mm-hmm.
Duplicated here. Left outer join returns all records from the left table.
Yeah.
So the left table is the one that's from.
Yes.
Aha.
Mm.
That makes sense now. Okay.
Mm.
So left join, it returns the records from the left table and the matched records from the right table.
Mm.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. In this case, see, in inner join case, it only selects if both are of data is joined. In this case, it selects all the left. Like for example, in our case, your order is the left table. It selects all the data from orders table, but whichever data is like customer details available, like only joint customer data it shows. Otherwise, it keeps blank or nil. It
So,
shows nil if there's no data.
so I get that, but this is weird. Look at this diagram right here. Can you see
Mm-hmm.
my mouse?
Yes.
So a left join returns all the records from the left table and the match records from the right table. But if you remove table 2, it's still the same. It's just all of the items from table 1,
Yeah,
right?
but if you remove the table 2, you can't see the customer details, right? If you want that order against the order, if you want to see the customer details, you need a join.
Oh, this I see. These diagrams are a little bit misleading
Mm-hmm.
because you actually need this data from table 2.
Yes.
And that's that little, this is actually the customer ID column, for example.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Customer ID or name, whatever, whichever details you want to take. Yeah, customer details. Yeah.
Oh wait,
There.
customer ID
Uh-huh.
or is the customer name is not on table 1.
No.
The customer name is only on table 2.
Yes.
So that means if it matches, it needs to be that join table of order ID, or excuse me, customer ID, right?
Mm. Yeah.
Am I right that this section right here is customer ID in our example
Yes.
above?
Yeah. Customer ID. Once customer ID matches, we can take all the customer details, right? Their name, first name, everything we can, yeah, full it, yeah.
I see. So with a right join, it's the same thing, but now most of the data that we want is on the right table,
Yes.
table 2, but we need a little bit of data from table 1 so that we can also have the order ID right here that links the 2 together, but most of the data is in table 2.
Yes. In this case, it selects all the customer table. If customer table as a 100 table, 100 entries, it shows all the customer data, and from the like order tables, it only selects whichever is matching data, and other things whichever is not found, it's left blank or nil.
Okay, very good. Okay, now I'm getting it. And the full outer join, is the same thing as just full join.
Yes.
Is it grabs all records when there's a match in either the left or the right table.
Yes.
The full outer join is just saying, look everywhere. Yes?
Right. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it selects all, it lists all the data from order as well as customer. If there is a matching, then it gives that data. Otherwise, it will be nil, like whichever not matching. If it's not found, then it's nil. Then with the exercise, we'll know, like you can see how it shows the data.
Let's try the inner join. It selects records that have matching values in both tables. Okay. Actually, I think that well, that's okay. We'll start with this one. Select column name from table 1, inner join table 2 on the ones that are equal, where table 1 is table 2. Ah, okay. So, oh, this is the one that will, no, actually, let me just, the orders table. This looks similar. We have order ID and then order data.
Okay.
Orders table, we have the customer ID up here too, and here. And then it's got all this user data.
Yes.
Inner join. Select orders.order ID. So orders.order ID. Okay. And customers.customer name. Customers, customer name. From orders. So orders is the main table that we want. Okay. Inner join customers. That's the right table. On orders.customer ID equals customers.customers ID. So let's just see what's going to happen. I'm trying to figure out what would be the difference here. Oh, I think it says it right there. It'll select all rows from both tables as long as they're a match between the columns.
Yeah.
If there are records in the orders table that do not have matches in customers, these orders will not be shown. I see, because it has to have all of them.
Yes.
So it's going to show every item, every rows
yeah.
where there's the columns orders.order ID and customers.customer name. So if we just look at this here, well, obviously all of these are going to show up because
yeah, it selects only matching records.
I guess it depends. Yes. We can't really tell just by looking at this table, these three things here, what the results are going to be, right? We need to
I didn't get
all the data.
Yeah.
So all right, I think it's here. Inner joins customers. So it's going to show so this is 196. Before we had how many? So we did have 196 before on a regular. Oh, that's an inner. Oh,
inner join and join
exactly
is
the same, right?
Same, yeah.
So 196 records, 196 records. Okay, so we've just confirmed that. So the inner join is exactly the same thing as join. Let's try left join. Sql left join keyword returns all records from the left table 1 and the matched records from the right table. The result is null from the right side if there's no match.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, except you just put left join instead of inner join. Or instead of just join. Demo. So here we have, it's basically the same information. Now this is interesting that here the customers is the main table. And now orders is the secondary table.
Yes.
Select customers, customer name. So customers, customer name. And orders.order ID, orders, order ID. Okay. From customers, main table, right up here. Right. Left join orders on customer ID and customer ID. So we're going to left join on here and here. So in this case, customers.customer name, we have customer name and order ID. So what is this saying is that it's only going to return items that, I don't understand what the, customer ID.
Yes.
It's only going to return items that have, what, that have all three of these?
It's see, your left join, left table is customers. So it gives all the customer data, customer rows. If it's in a customer table, under tables, it does it. And again, it matches with the orders, but only it shows on the orders, like here we are selecting order ID. So it shows if there is a matching order ID, it displays, otherwise it's null. Against that customer, if there is no order, then it shows null.
Interesting. So it's saying if there is an order for this customer,
yes,
And we know that there's a customer
Mm-hmm.
and there's an order because there's also an order ID.
Mm-hmm.
And how do we know a customer has an order ID? Because the customer ID matches the orders.customer ID.
Yes.
So this is acting as a filter.
Yeah.
Okay, and the filter is just saying, so this is only going to show customers who have orders. Now, if we go back here,
Mm-hmm.
isn't this the exact same thing?
No, it's an inner join.
I know this is an inner join, but isn't this showing every order, every customer that has an order?
It doesn't select all the orders. Like if in an order table, there is 100 entries, it doesn't select all the orders. It selects only the matching one between both. Like
So it's
between
only going to show a
orders.
customer once?
It's customer in.
Let's see. Or maybe it's
Okay.
going to put them all together. Let's try this. So let's try.
No.
What are we going to see here?
We are going to see all the customer, like left join, customers entries. If there is any customer ID against that, it shows, otherwise null. It displays all the customer entries.
So if a customer has 3 orders, it'll show that customer 3 times?
Yes, it will show because it's order ID would be different, right? For each show. Thus, yeah, see, this customer as if there is an entry, order ID, it shows, otherwise it shows null.
Whoa, so this one is not showing all of them.
No. In the inner join, it only shows only the fields matching if there is a record.
So if there is a order that has a customer name.
Yes.
And this one, it also has order. Oh, this has 3 of them.
Yeah.
Is this the one that we did? No, this is the inner
it's
join.
Inner join, yeah.
Where's the other one that we did?
Here. Yep, left join.
So it's still customer name and order ID. This is still customer name and order ID. It's the same select statement, more or less, except they're reversed. And instead of from orders, it's from customers. And instead of inner join customers, it's left join orders. And it's on customer ID. If you notice here, it's also customer ID. It's still matching there. So really, the only thing that's different is it's an inner left join, and they're ordering them.
Okay, yeah.
So can you explain again what the left join is doing?
In left join, it selects all the data from left table.
Okay,
and
so
if records found,
customers table, all customers.
Yeah. If there is a matching record against that customer, if there is a matching order ID, it shows that order ID. Otherwise, it shows null.
So the inner join or the join is more of a filter than this is, because this really isn't filtering them. It's just giving you the order ID if it's there. Otherwise, it's giving you a null.
Yes.
So this is actually all of the records in the database. Oh, or all of the records on the left table.
That is customers, yes.
Not necessarily all the records in the database, right? So all the customers.
Yeah, all the record in customers table, yes.
Okay, and then it's saying, hey, is there an order ID for those customers? Okay, so let's see if we can take this home. Right join will be just the opposite. So now we're trying to grab a little bit. So all of these, so this bigger part here are the returned values, for example, here, right? 10308, 10365. This small part here, excuse me. No. This part, or another way, the null.
Okay.
The null is this part over here, right?
Null is not that part. It's
Well, I'm
Null
looking
is
at the
again,
right
that's an
join. If we
order
go
ID.
back to the left join, if we go
Uh-huh.
back to the left join,
Uh-huh.
isn't the null, this is the null part here, right? And the part that,
I would not say null part is there because which row, like which column it is. It's an order ID column.
yeah, so isn't the
So
order
that,
ID? Oh, I see. It's, you can't really say it in that way.
yeah.
And let me see. Match records from the right table. Well, actually here, it's the matched records from the right table. Oh, I see. Because here, this null is still a matched record. It's just giving a null value back.
There is no matching record against
All right, so
that
then what
customer. See,
so what I'm saying is
that's,
right. Any of the ones that have 10308 is this part in the middle here.
Yes, that is right.
And anything that's coming back as a null is this stuff here that doesn't match them both.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so then if we go to the right join, then it's the exact same thing, but now we're grabbing most from table 2, and we find the percentage that matches here in the middle. And we're going to return, if it anything here is going to return the actual value. Anything over here will return as null. I believe that's correct. That's the same thing that we said before.
Yeah.
And so here, orders table, great. And the employees table, what's matching? Employee ID on both of them. Okay. So select orders.order ID. Well, let's just go to try it yourself and see what it says right here. So, okay. Orders.order ID, employees.last name, and employees.first name. So we're grabbing all of this information from the 2 tables. Whoop, let's not do that. Okay. From the orders table, we're right joining on employees and orders, and we're doing it on linking it on the employee ID. And so we're only going to return the orders where there's an employee, there's a first name, a last name, and order ID. And only on situations when the order employee ID matches the employees.employee ID.
Right.
So it's going to, and it's ordering by orders, by order ID. And so I'm trying to think what this is going to look like. So we're going to have 3 columns, order ID on the left, and then employee last name and employee first name. So we're going to have multiple rows of order IDs. And what would there be something that's null? I guess it would be null if there's a last name missing or a first name missing.
No. If it's no, it will be like it's selecting all the data from employees, right? It's a right join. So employees, all their entries would be there, and if there is that employees against, if there is a order ID, it shows, otherwise it will be null.
Oh, so you're saying the order ID would be the potential null value?
Yes. Because it's a right join and orders is in the left.
Oh, I see. So why, I see that it's null, I see. So a null value with a number is just nothing, I guess. Interesting. Okay. Now, how did you know that the order ID was the column that was going to be holding the null values?
Okay, so it's a right join. So right table, which one is the right table here?
Right table is the employees.
Yes. So left table is orders. So it's, it selects all the data from employees table, right? if there is
Oh,
a match.
because it's a right join. Oh,
Yes.
I got it. I got it. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, yes. So it's a right join. So where's that? Does it have that diagram here? Yeah, it's a right join.
Yes.
So that's why the null values are going to be on the left part of this. Because here it is. Here is that little that small section of overlap on the left side of this. I see. Great. Now we could have ordered this differently. Actually, let's just try it. If we moved this, right?
Yeah, no, if you want to select, if you want to see, look at it, you can select, yeah, you can move and you can select other order details as well. Order ID, even
so that doesn't matter.
employee ID. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Select also employees ID. You can see like it's matching or employees dot employee ID.
Aha. So the select, you can move around. It doesn't matter what order at all.
No, yeah, we can move.
Interesting. Okay. Fascinating. And
you want to see? Okay,
shall we do a full join?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's go all the way.
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, SQL's full outer join returns all records when there's a match in the left table or the right table. So there are going to potentially be a lot of null values in this table.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, because all of this here on the left side of table 1 is going to be null. All of this on the right side of table 2 is going to be null, and only the stuff in the middle is going to have everything.
Yes.
Okay. And just to review, if we wanted this little inner part, that would be an inner join.
Yes.
Okay. Select column name from table 1, full outer join table 2, and you just pick a column you want to match on. Okay. So now you can never match on multiple columns. It can only be on one, or could you have multiple matches? Could you have on table 1 column name equals table 2 column name, then comma, table 1 dot first name, table 2 dot first name?
You can do that one. Yes, it's but usually we do it's like selecting depending on the like foreign key, because there is that that relationship between the table. Usually with that key we we join. Yeah, we join usually. That is the way to.
Okay, so yeah, so this is just like you said, the foreign key. So if we have a join table, we would just grab the unique fields from the join table to link them together. Okay, where condition. So we want to grab everything. Customers table, orders table. So basically it's just combining all of them into one big, huge table.
Yes.
Taking 2 Excel spreadsheets and just going, okay.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so let's try that. How do you try it? Where's the try button? Don't we get a try?
For
they don't
join?
give you an opportunity to try. I want to try. They're not giving me a try section. All right, well.
We can copy and paste that code. Yeah.
Why are they making me do a copy? That's precious time. Okay, let's copy that, paste that here. Actually, I like W3 Schools. They do a great job.
Yes, this inbuilt editor is really helpful.
So customer name, orders.order ID, from customers, full outer join on the customer ID. And we want to show it by customer name. So run the SQL, and an unspecified error occurred. Maybe that's why they didn't let us do it as a test, because it doesn't work.
Why unspecified?
Maybe you know what it is? Maybe there are too many, or.
Okay, let's limit it to 10 or 15.
So limit 2 or limit by? What would you do?
I think only just limit, 10. Oh, Select customers, full author join. Not sure. Maybe full author join doesn't.
I wonder if they he said, you know what? It doesn't work on this exercise. Let's remove the exercise button for this one.
Note, they have mentioned some note. Full author join key.
The full author join key returns all matches from both tables, whether the other table matches or not. So if there are rows and customers that don't have matches in orders, or if there are rows and orders, these rows will be listed as well. So this is interesting. Why won't this?
Mm-hmm.
Why are we getting an error? Customers don't. I don't think it's our fault.
No, I don't even.
Full auto join orders on customers equals orders.customer ID. Order by customer name. Let's remove that.
Okay.
Unspecified error. It says those order details are 518. I'm wondering if maybe it's because there'll be so many columns it can't fit on this particular playground, right? How many? I mean, it's linking. Oh, what if we only can we only show? Well, no, the whole idea is that it's going to show everything. But no, it's only supposed to show customer name and orders ID, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, look. How can that not work? Selects all customers and all orders. I don't know why there would be a... Oh, look. Maybe you can only do a right join from this playground. Look at the... So it's not expecting that this code, maybe a full outer join.
Might be.
Well,
Select join.
There's a way to try without a file name. File you asked for does not exist. Try Sql doesn't exist.
Oh.
I wonder if there's a way to just go to a playground. Start the exercise. No, that's not going to work because that's a... So anyway, we don't have to waste time with it, but I get how it works. It would grab everything. And
yeah.
I'm trying to think of when we would ever do a full join.
As far as I know, full join, they usually don't use actually. I never seen, like, usually we use inner join or sometimes left. All right. Yeah, never we use like full join, yeah.
And what about self join? Is that self join is a regular join, but the table is joined with itself. Have you ever seen this one?
No, I'm not like used, or I don't know what's the purpose here.
There are different table aliases for the same table. Okay, in this tutorial we'll use the Northwinds. Here is the customers table. Sql self join. Select a.customer name as customer name 1. b.customer name as customer name 2, and the city. Okay. From customers A, customers B, where a.customer ID, I forget what this is. Is that, I forget what that means in SQL. Do you remember?
Is it not equal to?
I'm not sure. Let's find out. Maybe you're right. Whoop. Wrong search.
Yeah, that's like.
Does it say it?
Angle brackets, okay.
Angle brackets. It means not equal to.
Not equal to, right.
Very good job. So where the heck were we? Oh, self-join. Where customer ID for A does not equal customer ID of B.
Mm-hmm.
And the city is the same. Try it yourself. Let's figure out what might this do? I guess you're filtering from the same table.
If yes, filtering from the same table
Oh, and
where
I see. Matches customers that are from the same city. So where the customer ID is different, but the city is the same.
okay,
Interesting.
interesting. So they are finding the city names from the table.
So the cities are all there. The cities are the same, but the customer ID is different.
Overall in the same city, is it finding something like which customers are in the same city?
That's weird. Look at this. Yeah. Cactus Comidas
Mm-hmm.
and then Oceano Atlantico. But then it has
Mm-hmm.
Cactus Comidas with Rancho Grande.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe it's like I'm trying to think of a use case where we could use this as for a company.
Mm-hmm.
We want to encourage each company to get
Mm-hmm.
to know other companies in the same city. So
Okay.
we would send an invitation to Cactus Comidas with the phone number for Oceano saying, why don't you give Oceano a call? And
Mm-hmm.
then same thing, another letter next week, why don't you give Rancho Grande a call?
Mm-hmm.
We'll do the same thing for Oceano. Why don't you give Cactus a call? And then here, the next week, why don't you give Rancho Grande a call? And then
Okay.
together, all the companies in Buenos Aires could maybe get to know each other
Mm-hmm.
in an intimate one-on-one setting rather than in a party, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's very interesting, fascinating. So, Chioma, do you have any questions on all this? This is kind of a whirlwind tour of all the SQL joins. Feel free to speak up or write something in the chat box. And what I'm going to do is, Bhavya, do you want me to continue sharing my screen and I'll do the active record ping? Or do you want to?
I already sent the link. Another, I think it will leave in 2 minutes or 5 minutes. I'll try. Yeah. I've sent the link on chat box.
Okay.
I think it's better to, since we have done the joins
Go ahead.
on chat box here on Zoom.
Oh, by the way, I thought you said you had to leave it 2. You have to leave it 12.
12, I said. Yeah.
Okay. Pronunciation.
Yes. 12. Okay.
Okay. How about this? Why don't we stop? We'll stop today and the next one, do you want to do the active record?
Yeah, that sounds good. Next time we'll do the active record.
Okay, so we'll stop here. Next time we'll do the active record for Rails. For those of you who are interested, active record is an abstraction, so above SQL. So you don't have to use actual SQL when you're coding in Rails all the time. Sometimes you still do.
Yeah, we can do the Rail joins on active records. That's since we have done Sql joins. Yeah.
So, okay, so the next time we do a SQL class, we'll do active record joins. Is that right?
Yes.
You want to take us through that? Wonderful. So if you liked this, please subscribe to our channel. Please come back. Not only do we have courses here and events and things on SQL and coding and JavaScript, but also on French, on Chinese, on motivation, on time management, on getting things done, world history, book club. We have so many cool events. We'd love you to join us. These events here, it's not just a YouTube channel that you can't participate in. You can join. Bhavya and Chioma are both members and also team members. You can join these as well and be a part of it and ask questions and be on YouTube and help us grow. So please join us at breakdiving.io and please leave your comments below. Either me or Bhavya or somebody else will answer your SQL questions. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhavya. Thank you, Chioma. Bye, guys.
Bye.
So let me stop the recording.
Bye.
Bye.